to replace fear with love. The following is a little bit of background, a spiritual practice, and then a guided meditation for you to discover how to replace fear with love. By way of background, most, if not all of us, experience fear in our lives. It can be fear that is caused by little things like, will I make it to work on time? Or did I remember to turn the coffee pot off? It can be big things in life that cause fear. Am I safe? How will I navigate a crisis that I'm going through? Whatever it is that the fear arises from, if we don't recognize the fear and establish a practice, a way to train our minds to replace the fear with love, fear becomes a fear monster. It rules our life. It robs our peace and our joy. But there is a way, a spiritual practice that we can learn and integrate into our lives, both in meditation and during the active part of the day, to change those fear-based thoughts into love-based practices and experiences. The simple path is we recognize when we're feeling fear. Sometimes our lives are so busy that we don't even notice that we're running around like a chicken with his head cut off, filled with anxiety. So the first step in retraining our minds to replace fear with love is to recognize when we are fearful, anxious, afraid. The second step after we've recognized that we are experiencing some form of fear is we name it. We ask ourselves, what is it that I'm fearful of right now? By naming specifically what the fear is, it's not so big. We shrink it down to size. And then the next step is we pause and we allow our bodies to breathe and smile. When we allow ourselves to breathe and put a gentle smile on our face, those two body practices release calming endorphins in our brain. It's as if the mind says to the rest of our spirits and our emotions and our body, hey, chillax, be calm. So the breath and the gentle smile after we've paused allows our body to lead us into a sense of calmness. And the next step is we offer ourselves a mantra, a love-based thought or prayer of what we need in that moment. For example, if we're feeling fear because of some outside problem we're experiencing, or the fear of feeling overwhelmed, we might offer ourselves a love-based mantra or prayer. May I be still. May I trust. May I be at peace. May I sense love within me. By allowing ourselves to replace that fear with a love-based thought or prayer, the mind, which can only think one thought at a time, begins to relax and focus and center itself on what it is we need in that moment, what virtue we need. Once we've offered that loving kindness, that thought, mantra of what it is we need, we then sense in our body, what does it feel like within us? For example, if our prayer-based mantra is, may I feel peace, then we allow ourselves to draw our focus into the heart space and begin to notice the felt sense, experience of peace within our hearts, which then expands into our body into the rest of our being as we sense within our body what peace or whatever virtue we need feels like, the felt sense of what that inner virtue is that we offer ourselves as loving kindness, as a way of replacing the fear-based thoughts with love-based thoughts and prayers. So let's take a moment and walk through a little guided meditation that will allow us to practice the spiritual practice of replacing fear with love. So if you would, allow yourself to enter into a quiet space. Close your eyes. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths. And just allow yourself to know that you are in the divine presence, always, here and now. Then draw to mind, recognize something that in this moment you're anxious about, you're fearful about. Name it to yourself. I'm fearful about whatever it is that's causing you fear, worry, or anxiety. Give it a name. Then take a moment and take a couple of deep breaths. And as you take those breaths, allow yourself to bring a gentle smile to your face. Notice how your breath and that smile allows an energy of calmness to flow from your brain down into your heart and into the rest of your body. Next, offer yourself a love-based mantra or prayer of whatever it is you need in this moment. It may be, may I be patient. May I be calm. May I feel safe. Whatever it is you need, offer it as a prayer to yourself. A loving kindness, love-based virtue that you desire in this moment. And then, whatever it is you offered yourself, peace, patience, trust, love, draw your attention to your heart and notice within your heart space, what's the felt sense of peace or love or safety that you notice within you, your heart. It might be a sense of warmth. It might be a sense of an energy, a calm, gentle energy, a flow that you feel. The felt sense of love or peace or whatever it is that you offer yourself. Just notice the felt sense of that virtue within your heart space. As you experience the felt sense of whatever it is that you need, that you're experiencing. Allow it to expand throughout your body, from your heart to your lungs, throughout your chest, into your stomach, down to your feet, radiating up into your body from your feet to your arms, to your throat, to the smile on your face. Just notice how your body embraces what it needs right now as that virtue of love. And when you're ready, feel free to open your eyes, come back to the place that you're sitting, and know that you can repeat this practice over and over again during your meditation time, and also during the day when you recognize fear has creeped in again. Again, you recognize when you're fearful. You name what it is you're fearful of. Then you pause. Take a breath. Smile. Experience the flow of the body calming itself. Then offer yourself a mantra, a prayer-based, love-based prayer of a virtue you need in this moment. And as you offer that mantra, that prayer of loving kindness for yourself, then notice in your heart space the felt sense of whatever it is that you've offered yourself, be it peace, love, joy, safety. And come back to this practice whenever you need to replace fear with love. Namaste. God bless. You are love. You are the divine essence of love. May you use this practice to awaken to that divine essence of love in you, as you. Amen.